Hello, everyone. I'm Grace from the VanHack Success team, and I'm here today to share with you an inspiring story. We usually bring our candidates to talk about their experiences, and today we have Bon Cyrus, a software engineer from Philippines that started working for in January 2023 for an amazing Canadian company and is currently working remotely. Welcome, Bon. Thank you so much for taking time for this session and share everything with our community. To get started, I would like you to please introduce yourself.
So I am Bon Cyrus Makalindong. I am living in the Philippines. I am a software engineer for one of the companies, promising companies in Canada. So yeah, I've been a software developer for around 10 years now.
That's awesome. Well, Bon, I remember talking to you earlier in the process. It's really amazing to see that everything worked well. I would like to, you start from the basics then. Just trying to get to know from you, what motivated you to start looking for jobs abroad, and how did your story with VanHack started?
Yeah, so what motivated me to look for jobs abroad is there's a time that when I worked with Canadians during my work with here in the Philippines, we have clients in Canada. I noticed that it was really a pleasure to work with Canadians, not only Canadians, maybe Americans as well. And I really like their culture on how they do things. So yeah, it gave me the interest in trying to find out if I'm also fit with that kind of scene. So yeah, and then in terms of VanHack, I heard it from since we're trying to find jobs abroad. I heard from my colleague in my previous company that he was hired from VanHack as well. So that's when I tried to check out VanHack, and luckily I was hired as well. So
And how did you think that VanHack helped you through the process?
yeah, I think it greatly helped me in terms of finding job opportunities that I didn't know exist, like in terms of migrating. So yeah, I was trying to find it in different places, like for example, LinkedIn. Usually, they don't give you the opportunity to migrate or like a sponsorship. You won't really find much of that in maybe other platforms. But I think what's good about VanHack, it's really geared towards that kind of setup, especially with Migrate and then also for remote workers, right? So yeah.
Yeah. Well, I remember in the process, I even just mentioned that we talked before when you were in the selection process and we had that preparation session. So we offer these practice interview sessions. I would like to hear from you. How helpful was that for you? What do you think that also we helped you to improve along the way?
I think it gave me, I guess, more confidence in speaking with future interviews, right? It gave me the sense of idea on how interview session usually works. I've been interviewed many times, right? But it's in terms of like dealing with international interviews. So yeah, it gave me an idea on how to better present myself and yeah, speak confidently.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And do you have an idea of how many jobs you applied for before getting this one?
I don't know, but I'm sure I did a lot of job applications. But I think the company I'm in right now is the only company that checked out my resume and tried to the selection process. And then, yeah, and luckily, even in the first try, I mean, the first company who noticed me, I was hired. So it's just a good thing.
Yeah, well, I always say everything we need is a first yes, right? The no,
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
good. Thank you so much for sharing. And Bon, I also would like to hear from you. How was getting the confirmation of the job offer for you? How was that moment?
I think it's a very happy moment for me. Well, that's been my goal ever since, like maybe for the past few years to try to look for a job and a good experience for me, I would say.
Good. Yeah, well, it's always exciting. I believe
And
when
always exciting for
right?
sure.
We get the
Yeah.
email and then mixed feelings because, well,
Mm,
the new job, it doesn't only impact our professional life, but also personal life. So I'm really happy for
mm,
you once again. Talking about your moment there and everything that is going on, I would like to hear from you. Well, you've been working for them for a couple of months already. So what kind of
mm.
skills do you consider that you have learned and developed since you started working with this company?
Yeah, so well, I'm currently working for a startup. So the way startup works is that you're usually by yourself, like doing things mostly on your own. Although there's a supervision, but we're hired to do things because we're already experienced. So it gave me more knowledge because I had to work by myself, not really by myself, but rather very minimal supervision to work on towards a goal that the company is trying to achieve. And what's good about it as well is that they're trying to release a new product that also my skills fit with what they're looking for. So yeah, I was able to really improve myself in terms of my cloud skills. So yeah, I think that's really helpful in terms of my career.
Amazing. And when you think of this journey so far, what is the most exciting achievement that you had there at QRA Corp?
Creating the solution from start to, well, we're not in the finish line yet,
Mm.
but we're almost done. So doing all of that, designing, architecting all of those pieces to make it work together, and obviously working with people from QRA has been a pleasure also. So that experience is really a good way to have. So
Good. Well, new skills. We also talk about even if you had experience before working with Canadians, I believe that was the same for you. Working in a official Canadian company, things can be a bit
mm,
right? And we have the cultural differences, but also it's amazing to learn from a new culture, a new country, new
yeah,
nationality.
for sure. Yeah. Yeah,
Awesome.
I've been working with different cultures, so yeah.
Now we can consider you, well, you were working for an international company, and I would like to hear from you. Do you consider that you are now a global tech worker? And how do you think that these will open doors for your future aspirations?
Yeah, I would say I can consider myself a global tech worker, number one, because I've been working with different cultures and companies. And usually most of the companies I work with are known brands throughout the world. So I would say I'm a global tech worker. I think having some, I guess, direct experience with a company that's really based off in that, like for example in Canada, gives me maybe an edge to others because, well, if you're just more on focus on the local scene, maybe some would try to know you, but I guess working with the international scenes, the opportunities are bigger. So yeah.
Great. Well, now, personal question, I could say, who is born after Van?
Um, well, I guess I'm still I'm still a fan of from what I'm doing at work, which is software development. I'm still doing that. Outside of not just VanHack, but my personal life, I try to improve my skills every day if I have time. And apart from that, yeah, it's just me.
Uh-huh. Yeah, and well, when we think of your journey and well, job seeking and then getting
Mm.
this opportunity, what kind of tips would you give to young hackers who are looking to get hired abroad?
First of all, always try to take those, especially if you're a developer or yeah, senior developer. Always take those exams, like the coding challenges in the VanHack platform. I think that's a good way to at least sell yourself that hey, you're a good. You can solve these problems. You probably have what it takes to be a successful tech worker internationally. And then for sure, always prepare yourselves. Even if you're the best or the most skilled worker in terms of like tech, it doesn't mean that you're gonna be hired immediately or people all our companies would hire you immediately because it's also important that you have the communication skills and also to interact with people. And yeah, if you can't speak clearly, I guess yeah, that's a big no as well. So if you combine those two, for sure you'll be able to succeed in not just in Vanna, everywhere, I guess. So if you have those skills, so
Yeah, well, it's technical skills. We also have our soft skills. As
yeah, soft skills, yeah,
said, well, how we communicate really makes a difference.
for
And I can
sure.
definitely tell, as I got the chance to help you before, prepare you for these interviews, it was for sure a point present in your profile. And I'm pretty sure that it was a big part of your success case. And Bon, if you could describe in one word, thinking of your job hunting process in one word, what would you use? What word would you use for it?
Maybe it's phenomenal.
Well, Bon, thank you so much for sharing your story with us. We are really proud and happy for you that everything worked out and you were succeeding there at QRA Corp. It was a pleasure helping you through the process. And, well, we wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you.